My name is Kristan Ortiz. I'm a fourth year chemical engineering major, so I'm the class of 2019. And I'm going to be writing the summer 2019, and I'll be writing the Sierras route. So my first experience with cancer happened when I was about 4 or 5. And I can remember it vividly because it was the first time I ever saw my dad cry. We just got word from the Philippines that my grandmother on my dad's side, who, for most of my dad's life hadn't been there, but had gotten close to him in the past few years. She'd passed away from cancer, and I don't remember what type of cancer it was, but it was very hard for my dad to take. My next experience with cancer was a little bit later, 4 years later, when I was 9 years old. I had basically 2 pseudo grandparents growing up, and they basically helped raise me. When my parents drove to San Angelo to go to college for their master's degree, these 2 people, they took care of me, and their names were Tatay Boy and Nanay Annie. And Tatay Boy, every day he would come home to the apartment that Nanay Annie would be watching us at, and he would bring popcorn from the hospital, and he would always have sticks of gum in his pocket. And he was, one of the most happy, jovial people I've ever met, and he was very influential in helping my parents, making sure that they were well adjusted in the United States when they moved from the Philippines. So my family owed a great deal to him, and when he passed away, it was really rough, especially for Nanay Annie, because at that point she didn't even know how to drive a car. She didn't really know how to take care of herself, and so just seeing the amount of pain that losing somebody to cancer put on everyone around me was very difficult. It was very difficult, but still, as a 9-year-old, I didn't fully understand it. Even when I saw him in that casket, no longer happy, no longer jovial, just a body. It was strange to me, but I didn't really feel that pain, that everybody else seemed to be feeling. So then I guess the reason why I'm really writing happened about 2 summers ago. Yeah, 2 summers ago. Yeah, summer 2016. And basically, we'd just come back, my family had just come back from our summer vacation, and I had just driven to Austin for summer classes. And the entire time I was home, my mother was complaining about pains in her shoulders, and whenever she just said that she was gonna go get it checked. She felt like the muscle in her shoulder was deteriorating. And so right when I get back to Austin, I get a call from my mom. So I pick up the phone, and she's crying. She's like sobbing. And my mom doesn't cry a lot. She's a very strong woman, and so this was really strange for me to hear, to be witness to. And next thing I know, I'm driving back to Austin, right after I got back, because she had been diagnosed with cancer. They found a tumor in her shoulder. That's the reason her shoulder the muscles had been deteriorating. And so it was such a shock to hear it at first. I didn't really realize, the gravity of the situation until I got home and, saw everybody sobbing. Everybody was crying. The only person that was able to really stay strong through it was my dad. And thank God for him, because he was like the rock of our family. And yeah, it was strange because my family is so happy. And I didn't really get it until my mom said that it was multiple myeloma. And I researched what multiple myeloma is. It's a really rare form of bone marrow cancer, incurable. And if it's really serious, you're gone in like a few months, you know, maybe 5 to 10 years at the best. And so when that news hit me, that's when it really struck me. And I just remember, you know, sitting in my room crying, not knowing what to do. It felt like there was an elephant sitting on my chest, you know, I couldn't push it off. And I was just, you know, I feel like when most people see me, they see me as this happy-go-lucky kind of dude, and just like, you know, just do whatever I want to, because you know, life is short, so I want to have fun. But at that point, it was like I don't know what to do. There was no happiness in that, you know, in that moment, and I just thought of all the things that my mom went through to give me and my sister, you know, the lives that we lead now. We're first generation kids, so really my parents had to lay the groundwork for our life in America, you know. And both of them worked so hard in nursing school just to get us to this point. And I just thought of all the places that, you know, my mom's probably not going to be able to see and visit. You know, my mom's a photographer, and she loves going to different places and seeing different types of beauty in this world. And I just cried for all the things that she probably won't be able to see because of cancer. And that's why I really ride, because I see the pain that it's caused my family. I see the pain that it causes to other people. And you know, I was a fool for ignoring it for this long. You know, I feel like everyone should try to maybe not bike to Alaska, but seeing the pain that cancer causes to other people, you know, throw themselves forward into some sort of philanthropy to get rid of this disease, you know. And because the thing is, the other reason why I ride, out of that pain comes hope. Because, you know, as terrible as cancer is, it brought my family closer together. My first few years in college, I didn't really call my mom. You know, I didn't really even text her when she texted me. I was too busy either, you know, studying or hanging out with friends. I just put my family on the back burner. And, you know, to think that I would do that to the people that raised me, it's pretty sick now to think about it. And I hate that it took a sickness to get me to call my mom every week, you know, make sure that she's all right, checking up on her. But now I feel that joy, you know, when she's on the phone and she's happy with me, you know. And when I can hear my dad and my sister not crying anymore, and just check up on them, you know. Just cancer helped me understand the little things in life, you know, the small nuances that each family member has. And I guess being able to appreciate my family is something that I didn't have until this disease struck us. And now that it's here, you know, now that we're fighting it, now that I'm deciding to put this much of my life into fighting cancer, I want to make sure other people get this kind of hope, you know. I said in my Why I Ride, you know, every single mile that we do is $1 towards beating cancer, you know, and every single dollar that we raise is a step towards a cure. It's a step towards no more kids having to cry in their bedroom because their mom might not make it in 5 or 10 years. And so, as of now, the cancer is benign. We went through all the treatments, all the chemo, and my mom is going through remission. So she's 100% cancer-free. And right now we're taking all the meds. You know, we're going through everything. And my mom is back to work. You know, all her hair is growing back, and she's seeing patients again as a nurse. And so, just to close out, I think I always think about, that hope, knowledge, and charity that my mom was able to get because of all the money that's been raised for cancer research. And so that's what I ride for other people, to give them that hope, knowledge, and charity. Thank you.